What's up, blogger community? We all know the importance of a good intro. And then I address the blogger community because I don't have yet an intro for them specifically. And I'll tell you what drew me to that way of thinking was thinking to myself that some moments feels like a blogging moment and some moments feels like a YouTube community moment. In some ways, the blogger moments feel more psychological based, sort of self-reflecting kind of a situation. These emotions or these insights are usually discovered on like vacations or weekend trips, these moments of inspiration where we have our moments of sort of self-reflection. Interesting. It's really interesting. You see that pickup right there? He just come out of the they just came out of the graveyard that I'm gonna go have a walk through. And it's interesting because on the way back from town the other day, I seen what appeared to be a hunter on the side of the road. And not on the side of the road, but more like had his vehicle or he or she had their vehicle parked on the side of the road as they was hunting in the distance probably. Anyway, it was a rather nice pickup. I made a loud comment about it, and it looks like it just pulled out of the graveyard. So I've been doing some reflecting, and I'm probably going to try to hone in on the blogging energy. But I feel like the blogging is slower too, It's like a long, drawn-out process in life. So, and I'm thinking that the blogging energy may be found especially in like community gatherings, family gatherings, any kind of social event where we find change in our life, Marathon, stuff like that. Especially civic, civic events. Blog about those, especially. Let's see, I was thinking, what's the point of having an intro? Because I've tried to post videos on the site, on Blogger itself, but I don't think I can. I think my videos is always too long or something. I think I have to use another platform and then provide a link to the video that I post, or whatever platform I use. In this situation, it'll be YouTube, You can sort of post YouTube information. It's pretty cool, So here we are. It's about to be December 2024. And we just had Thanksgiving, and we're about to have Christmas. Well, we had Halloween and then Thanksgiving. In our culture, you know, a lot of cultures don't celebrate the same holidays. I want to check something while I'm here. Okay. Thought I left my comb here, you know. Sometimes I sit right there. Thought I left my comb up here one time. But, you know, this year, you know, was kind of unproductive, you know, except for, you know, the activity in the community and nourishment. You know, I've been taking my vitamins. I didn't really get anywhere. I got more and more desperate though, you know, more and more desperate. Because of poverty. Oh, excuse me. Because of poverty, because of my education, because of my age, the opportunities that I once had in my 20s and early 30s is no longer there, you know, which is can be rather awakening, sort of can be rather impacting would be a good word. Then there's always the immovable stump, as it is written, you know. Probably the immovable stump. There's a parable about it. Some religious. But anyway, so yeah, I come here and I'll think about life, you know. Try to free my mind from thinking about things that I can't control, you know. Then I try to work on my personality. You know, if I can ever recover from the past, I could take on a new personality, you know. Sort of a new characteristic that, you know, I can utilize to make me a better person, you know. So here we are. My name is Brandon Cooper. Addressed to Blogger Nation. I'm bringing my life back together. You know, learning how to express myself. I'm learning how not to be so radical or be so quick to make fun or judge any bias in the world. After being silly and immature at the wrong times, getting another chance to be better, you know. Oh, excuse me. So I think it'd be a good idea to keep trying to be better, you know. At this moment, the things I like to do in life are all of my day-to-day options. And if I was living in my optimal conditions, I probably would have a different look at it. But right now, you know, I like to walk. I like to sort of ponder life and death in the graveyards. I like to paint. I like the sober lifestyle, you know. I like to be alive. I like to be vivid. I like to be the first one in, the last one out. I like to be in the front of the class, the first one with his hand raised. And I live on the east coast of the United States, and I just went for a walk around around the community, which can be pretty large. It's not a big, it's not a big population, but there's sort of distance between one another. So I just come down the highway, but I didn't turn on the camera until I got down here because there's less traffic. But I'm going to go on around. I'm going to make my way down the dirt road, back around to the room. I'm going to talk to the world. I'm going to beg God for forgiveness, you know. Think about the way I've acted, you know. The things I've said, the way I've acted, the way I've manipulated. Anytime that I lied to myself, you know. As a blogger moment, a blogger energy, you know. But of course, blogger energy, I feel there's some love in blogger energy, you know. Especially if you travel somewhere, you fall in love or something. It's like a life event. I think it deserves to be expressed, you know, and it's probably a good community to do so, you know. Such an interesting community. Whenever you switch to classical theme, you always get one friend. His name is Atom, or Atom. He does a lot of writing about apples. I think he's from up north or something. Just so interesting. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, man, I think if I can ever get me a full-time job, oh, we got traffic. If I can ever get me a full-time job and get my teeth fixed, get me a nice car and some clothes and get my debts paid off, man, I think that, you know, I think that if I get back into the gym, you know, I think I can probably start my life over, you know, because I'm 35, but, you know, that is kind of old. I ain't got no teeth. I don't want to have a good life, you know. So yeah, I think about where I would go if I could travel, or where I would go to school at if I had the money. I would follow my dreams. And I live like 50 miles from a school that provides degrees or the training needed to get an advanced degree in the aerospace industry, you know. So that's pretty cool. And I guess the older I get, the easier it would be for me to get into college or something. but I still would like to have a life around airplanes or something, you know. That would be pretty cool. Just something to talk about in a group setting, you know, something to daydream about. And I think about the ways that my life would change if I could, you know, the ways my life would change if I had the resources to pursue that. I would have to move to the city that the program's in, get me an apartment or something, start shopping in different places, change my whole schedule up, you know, because my whole life would revolve around school. And that's pretty inspiring. You know, it's pretty inspiring. Pretty inspiring, and it's a good thought. It's good to think about. And I would do it too. I would do it every day until I graduated. And I would maintain too. And I would never look back. I would never look back, man. I would move on with my life, and I would love it. You know what? Between you and I, if I had enough money and I looked good enough, I could probably even get a girlfriend. Or even maybe even get married. That'd be even better. Might even be able to start a family. Especially if it happens fast enough. You know, if it happens quick enough. With enough money, it should be simple. Anyway. You got big programs in bigger states. Not bigger states, but bigger cities, yeah. Probably got some not too far from here. You know, offers better degrees, or even if if I didn't get accepted in one, I might get accepted in the other, you know. It's a lot to think about. Everybody likes to dream. As I still apply. Gotta finish working on my resume, by the way. You guys have a good season.